It is ultimately important for you to look at your goals, truly what you want to do in your life, and then look at the people who you spend the most time with in your life and figure out if that lines up.
All right, what's happening? What's happening, everybody? Good morning to you. Today is Monday, December 16th, 2019, which means we have just 9 days until Santa is coming down everybody's chimneys, and 16 days until the start of not just a new year, but a new decade. So I want to say good morning to everybody that has jumped on already here. Good morning to you guys. Thanks for jumping on early all the time. Same people every single morning. I appreciate you guys so much. Last week was such an awesome week, and very much looking forward to this week, being productive, spending time with the family, doing some shopping, preparing for everybody to be here at my house. We got my family coming this weekend to celebrate with my brother's kids. My brother's got 2 twins. So we got multiple family things going on. We can't always be together on Christmas Day, so we do that a little ahead of time. And then everybody will be back again at my house here again on Christmas. So it's just such a great time of year, and I hope that all of you guys really take advantage and soak in every second that you possibly can. So with that said, the title of today's show is associated to the season. And so I want to talk to you guys a little bit about 'tis the season to evaluate your surroundings. This time of year, guys, is a great time of year for a variety of reasons. We get to spend quality time with the people that we care about, with the people that we love. There's a lot of good stuff about this time of year, right? But also, we get some quiet time to reflect. We get a few days to kind of rest and recharge, reduce the noise that's going on around us. And it's a great time for you to be looking around and looking at everything that's going on around you, whether it be, the company you keep, the circle that you have, any of those things. It's a really important time of year, and it's a convenient time of year because there's a lot of people around, right? So as you enter into these days, we get an opportunity to have a very up-close look at some of those people that are around us all the time. And I would encourage you guys to just, start evaluating everything that's going on around you, right? So as you start to do that, and you have some of these conversations, around the Christmas dinner table or at New Year's, whatever it is, throughout the holidays, you're going to have a lot of these opportunities to have these types of conversations about, how you see your future. And it will be very interesting as you bring those things up, how people respond to that. So I will get to more of that in a second here, but I just want to say good morning, Trisha, Dayton, Jeff, AJ, Christina, Dean, Judd, my brother, what's happening? Justin Myers, good morning to you, my man. So, yeah, I've always found it interesting, and I can think back to, in my early 20s when, I had a conversation with my aunt, who has since passed away, but I had a conversation with my aunt about, what I was trying to do in my life, and that conversation was a pretty discouraging one from her side, right? It was like, a pretty negative or pretty doubtful conversation. And so, it kind of jogs my memory every year around this time about, to kind of just be aware of all of those things that are happening around you and who you have on your team, right? So when you look at your team, you have to take off the rose-colored glasses, which, by the way, I got glasses on today. Not a little bit different look here. My eyes were killing me from my contacts, so you guys get me in glasses this morning. But and again, guys, I'm not telling you to walk around on Christmas Eve or Christmas or New Year's, just judging people or calling people out if they're being negative, or, I'm just telling you to have a sense of awareness about you to the things that are important to you, right? And see start evaluating, start to see if those same things, your goals, your interests, the things that you're trying to do in your life or in your family or in your business, see if those things line up with those other people, right? And if they don't, I'm telling you, you guys got to start to look at these things, because that can be some of the things that are really, really holding you back. You know, some of the things that come to my mind when I think about this time of year is, you know, and having these types of conversations. And I want to give you guys some of the warning signs, you know, of how we kind of handle these things, right? Because I'm sure everybody has somebody in their family. When you bring something up about them, somebody says, well, you know, that's just the way that person is and they're never going to change. And so when you think about that, I want you guys to think about this. How would you feel if somebody said that about you? How would you feel if somebody ultimately gave up on you and didn't have a conversation with you about something you said, or where you're at in your life, or what you're trying to accomplish, or what you're not trying to accomplish, right? And so, you know, my advice to you is, you know, your own friends, your own family, your own circle, but, you know, to have those open and honest conversations with people, you know, about their own situation, and especially about your own, right? About what you're trying to do. What does 2020 look like? Where do you plan to be in 1 year from now? Where do you plan to be 3 years from now? And when you say these things to people, you're going to get all kinds of different responses. It's happened to me countless times over the years where people called me crazy. People called me crazy because I said I wanted to have some of the things that I already have now, and told me, man, you know, your dreams are too big. You're this, that, you know, all kinds of negativity, right? And so when you talk about these things around the holiday, you'll feel that energy, right? Because your mind's going to be clear. You don't have work going on. So it's a very easy time for everybody to kind of look around and see what's going on around them. So ask yourself this question: will those people around you be the biggest cheerleaders that you have and be positive towards your vision? Or will they poke fun and be negative about it? Will they tell you that what you want isn't realistic? Or will they ask you how they can help you get there? Will they get intimidated by the things that you're talking about, or excited to hear that you have such big goals for where you want to be? It's a telling thing when you have those conversations with the people around you. If those people's vision and those people's energy and those people's intentions, if they don't line up with yours, if you do not share the same values with these people, those light bulbs should go off. And again, it doesn't mean that you're cutting people out of your life. It doesn't mean, you know, that the holidays are meant for replacing people. It's a perfect time for you to be aware, for you to raise your level of awareness and start to pick up on those signals from people around you. And during the holidays, by the way, everybody's really relaxed. So you're going to get the very best, the most accurate version of people comes out when they're relaxed and comfortable. So, you know, when their bellies are full and they're sitting on the couch after dinner, that you have a conversation with somebody, you're going to get a lot of the truth. You're going to get a pretty relaxed person that's going to tell you the truth. So that's all I got for this morning, guys. I hope this was helpful. I know it was a short one, but I think it's a good one. And it's the weeks going up to Christmas here too, in New Year's. You know, what are the people around you doing? You know, I had a super productive week last week. Got a lot of stuff done, and I feel really good about the fact that, you know, I probably got more done than, you know, other people, than my competition. And that's what we're looking to do, right? It's the season for you to have the opportunity to separate yourself from others and really gain some ground on what you're trying to do, because most people, they're already checked out. So everything you do this week, everything you do next week, it's all extra. And most of what you did last week was probably extra too. So Just keep that in mind, guys. Make sure that you're using this time wisely. Look at those people around you, evaluate that stuff, and certainly start, evaluating your circle as the holidays come near here and we start to move through Christmas and New Year's. Check it out. Look at the people around you, and when it comes to your circle, guys, choose wisely. So if this was helpful, guys, please share this out. Introduce your friends to the show. We continue to get more and more and more downloads on iTunes and the other podcast platforms. And I appreciate you guys. I appreciate all the support. I hope you guys have an unbelievable week. And I will see you here tomorrow morning, same place, same time, right here on Morning Perspective. Love you guys.